lovely people, my name is Emma and today I'm doing my TBR for the Readathon, the Reading Rush, formerly known as the BookTubeathon. So the Reading Rush this year is taking place between the 22nd and 28th of July, which is very exciting. I just knocked something over behind me, now it's rocking, whoops. And basically it's hosted by a few people. I will link their videos down below as well as the channel. Previously it was known as BookTubeathon. And there's all challenges and video challenges and all sorts of exciting things, but it's gone through a bit of a rebrand called the Reading Rush now. It has its own website where you can like tick off how many pages you read each day, earn your way towards the challenges which are actual little badge icons. There's like forums and the whole works. They've gone for a really big thing. I've no idea how much I'm going to be involved with everything like that. Like I'm probably not going to do the video challenges, but I do have a TBR, so I'm going to share that with you today. So there are 7 challenges and I do have a book for each one, so let's jump in. Some of these are indeed on my monthly TBR from July list and some of them are specific to this readathon. So the first one is to read a book with purple on the cover, and I'm going to read War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. Look at that gorgeous purple cover from Penguin English Library. I said at the beginning of the month that I really wanted to read another H.G. Wells, and there are actually 2 on this list, but this is one of them. The main deciding factor is indeed the colour of the cover. I think I've ordered The Invisible Man as well off of World of Books, and if that arrives in time that also has a purple cover, so it might be interchangeable, but for now we're going to go for War of the Worlds. I'm assuming you know what War of the Worlds is about. It is a fairly iconic sci-fi, and it was made into a movie. In fact, it's been made into several movies. There was like a radio play that people genuinely thought was real, very cool, back in the like 70s maybe, but the idea is it's aliens invade, but then they get killed off because of the common cold or something like that, and it's pretty darn cool. Then in author's first book, and for that I've got short story collection, which is Joe Hill's 20th Century Ghosts. This was his first published work and is one of the only, in fact might even be the only like published collection of like literary thing rather than graphic novels of his that I have yet to read. So there are a whole bunch of stories in here, and again, as the name suggests, it's all a bunch of ghost stories. I was planning on saving this for Spooktober and like Spookathon and things like that, but this is one of the few books on my shelf that fits this prompt, and I have been meaning to get to it, and I do quite like short story collections for Readathon because you can do like 1 or 2 a day, so that's my plan. Then is a book that you were meant to read last year, and again I have a spooky one, and that is Bird Box by Josh Malerman. This was on my winter TBR. It was on a few readathons I think last year. I was really intending to read it when all the hype with the movie with Sandra Bullock was out, but I just never really got around to it, and I keep meaning to. And again, it had been kind of put on my shelf as like, oh, I'll get to it in October, but I have about 20 books that are in my like, oh, I'll get to it in October when it's spooky, and girl, you ain't gonna read that much in October, so maybe it's time to give it a bit of a go now. So that's my plan. Then is a quite interesting challenge actually. It's to read a book with a non-human main character, and I know that this one has been causing a few people some problems as to what book to pick. Luckily for me, I've just started a fantastic children's book series called Animorphs, where one of the characters is a human boy trapped in the body of a hawk, and the other one is an alien called an Andalite, which is a part deer scorpion creature which is blue and has no mouth. So I think, pretty sure, they technically count for this challenge. So at the moment I'm on book 9. I haven't started it yet. I'm reading them all on my Kindle, so I'm on book 9 and I'm really excited, and it's gonna be nice and short. And actually Animorphs is probably book 10 is another option for me, which is to read for one of the other challenges, which is to read a book in the same spot the entire time, because the Animorphs books are so easy to read that you can blitz them all in one go. So I will do that probably either on my sofa or in my bed in an evening when the reading rush is going on. One challenge is to read a book and then watch the movie, and I'm likely to do Journey to the Centre of the Earth for that one, and then watch the movie with Brendan Fraser and a very young Josh Hutcherson in it, which is a really cute movie. It's quite good fun, but I've got a physical copy of Journey to the Centre of the Earth. It's out on one of my other shelves, which is far too fancy, so I'm probably going to be reading my Kindle edition for it. And then the final prompt is to read a book where the title is either 5 or more words long, and for that I have The Island of Dr. Morano, which is exactly 5 words long. Wonderful. Perfect. I don't actually know a crazy amount about this. other than it's another H.G. Wells classic. Apparently it's been described as an exercise in youthful blasphemy, which sounds very, very exciting. And I think this was like some of the vague inspiration for kind of the scene in Spy Kids 2 where they make that absolutely crazy island. So again, I'm really keen. The H.G. Wells also benefit from the fact that they're very short, and I would really appreciate that, because I really don't think I'm going to get to all of these in the reading rush. So that's it from me. That is my TBR for this readathon. I don't really know exactly what my week is going to be like there. I'm definitely not going to be vlogging, but I know at least one of the days I am going to the spa with my mum, which will be really nice. It's the same spa that we went to around this time last year. It's kind of becoming a bit of an annual thing. It's a really lovely way to just chill in the summer with her. So I will definitely be getting probably one of the longer books done in that one. I'm thinking I'm going to take Bird Box and just try and blitz through it, and then the rest of them are relatively short or collections of short stories. So fingers crossed I should be able to get to all 7, which would be really exciting. And there's a decent amount of overlap with my actual July TBR, which is always really helpful when you can make things fit prompts. So yeah, so that's it from me. I hope you have a wonderful reading week. Are you taking part in this readathon? I get the vibe it's a fairly big one, but I'm really interested to see how the rebrand will have changed potentially the numbers for it, and I'm interested to see how the whole profile thing goes, and collecting my badges and also tracking my page count, because I really don't ever do that on a daily basis, or indeed even bother on a monthly. So that'll be really interesting. So have a wonderful reading week, and I will chat to you soon. Bye.